Since you asked for this, and I am a licensed nurse, a professional, and I can give advice, I'm going to explain why you do not need McDonald's and you need to drive off and eat a salad and be healthy. And your heart is mad that you eat this every day because fast food has gotten so common over these years and obesity rates are skyrocketing, and it's just a big problem these days, well, including me. So yeah, 1 in 3 adults are technically obese, and about 60% of adults in America are considered overweight. So this is a growing epidemic, sadly, just because we've had we're more like, we're just not wanting to exercise and we eat way too many calories than our body needs. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about like all the health problems that can arise from having an excess weight. So the first thing is just like it affects, the more like fat you have in your body, the more like there's this bad kind called like visceral fat, which is like goes around your organs, and we can see this in like heart disease, like it's like a fatty heart basically. Well, it's not like technically bad, but when you have too much of it, it turns bad. And that's just this is how your body like stores like the excess energy. That's why like when you do start losing weight, you can't like just lose it in one spot. Like that's not how your body works. It loses all of it like as one. So like gradually you'll lose the weight if you do decide to do that. Sorry, I have notes over here because you asked for a lot. So you asked about like clogged arteries. This is called atherosclerosis, and that's when just like plaque gets in your arteries from like excess cholesterol. So you better lower it through diet and exercise, and your doctor should prescribe you a statin medicine that helps your liver like process the cholesterol better. And there's like 2 main types of cholesterol. I mean, there's more, but there's 2 main ones. We have the HDL, which is the high density lipoprotein, I believe is what the L is. That's like good cholesterol. You want more of that. It's like the more protein based. And the LDL is like the lower protein, so it's like more fat than protein. And if you have so much of this, it can like start like building up in your arteries, and it just wants to like stick on the walls of your artery. So like your artery is like a hose, and then you have like little things stuck to it, which also like contributes to like heart failure, and then like your circulation isn't as good. Yeah, so like the more narrow they are, the more your heart has to work to pump that, and it really does strain your heart because your heart beats like 100,000 times a day. So like it's working. So we have a heart attack and a cardiac arrest. Those are 2 different things. Not all heart attacks lead to a cardiac arrest. A heart attack is just like a blockage in your heart. It can either be like a partial blockage, that's called an NSTEMI, or a complete one, which is, they're both emergencies, but an STEMI is like complete blockage. Like, it's not good if you have that. Yes, so like if you have a blockage, like a blood clot or like plaque from the atherosclerosis, it leads to your tissues especially your heart cells, not getting any oxygen, and they die fast if they're not getting any oxygen. So it is an emergency. Some symptoms of a heart attack is, I know it differs between men and women. Men have like the typical signs, like the sweatiness, the sudden pain. It feels like an elephant is on your chest. You feel shortness of breath. And if you're ever feeling these, like it's sudden and it's severe, you want to go ahead and call 911 because that's an emergency and you need to be in the ER in the matter of minutes, or it could be life or death. Moving on to cardiac arrest, that's like when your heart just flatlines. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen like a medical drama where it shows on the monitor, it's just straight. So that's cardiac arrest. It's when your heart just stops. And this is where you would do CPR. If the patient is, a full code, you would do CPR. So CPR, they have like courses if you ever want to take one. It's called BLS. It stands for Basic Life Services. And sorry, brain fart. It stands for BLS. You can look it up on the American Heart Association. I can send you the link with this video. That's where you can get certified. It does cost like, I can't remember, like $60 or something, but they go in more depth, and they make you practice on a mannequin, so you're really like it's like you're doing CPR. So like it's good practice. You want to interlock your fingers like this, like that, with them overlapping. You want to first check for a pulse for sure. If they're actually dead, you want to check for pulse. You can do that right here, the inner of the neck. That's the carotid artery. You can do it the radial arteries on your wrist, like where my wristband is. Sorry. Yeah. And if you confirm there's no pulse, you want to find their chest, and it's like in the center of their chest. That's where you want to put your fingers, like interlock like that. And you want to push 2 inches deep. And you want to do it at a rate of 100 to 120 beats per minute. There's many songs you can like find that are like you can do CPR to. You can do Golden from the K-pop Demon Hunters. I know that one's popular. You can do that one Chappelle Rome. What's her girl? I can't remember her name, but she does like the Pink Pony Club. You can do it to that. Or there's always like Staying Alive. Another one, Bites the Dust. Whatever you prefer, as long as you're going at a good rate, because it really does matter. So you want to start with the chest compressions. You'll do 30, and then after 30 you pause. You'll pinch their nose and pull their head back like that, and do 2 breaths. So it's like, and then you keep doing it. Definitely call 911. So after you confirm there's no pulse, sorry, my cat, he wants to help. So after you confirm there's no pulse, you call 911, and then you start CPR so they can be there while you're already trying to resuscitate them. And honestly, it's amazing how you said they brought you back with CPR. So it just goes to show like how effective it is, and if you are like very fast, it can really bring someone back to life. So CPR is effective, but it's even more effective when you have an AED. That's called a defibrillator, and you may not always have one, especially if you're in the street, but if you're like in a hospital setting, they have one, and it's like these two sticky pads. You put them like on your chest. It'll show you on the pictures. Your chest and then like your belly, like on your side kind of. And you turn it on, and then it'll analyze the rhythm, and it will tell you if they can shock or not. And there's only 2 rhythms that you can shock. Asystole, you cannot shock that. You can only do CPR and give medicine and hope for the best. But there's 2, it's called ventricle fibrillation and ventricle tachycardia, VTech. Those are the 2 shockable rhythms. So like, you should take a BLS course. It gives you the basics, and it helps you, like, you just do it every 2 years, and it's a good refresher. Okay. Also, like, if you have to deliver a shock, do not touch the patient or you will get shocked. So don't do that. Yeah, so that's the basics for, like, CPR. Definitely do 30 chest compressions of 2 breaths. So, and yeah, we're gonna move to heart surgeries, is what you asked for. So, the most common one that I've seen in, like, clinicals it's called a cardiac catheterization, or it's also called an angiograph, right? Yeah, graphy. Angio is what they abbreviate as. And that's when, like, someone has atherosclerosis with, like, the plaque in the arteries. And, yeah, they, like, insert, like, this mesh thing to, like, stretch the artery back out. It's pretty cool. They, like, inject a dye into your, like, it's your big artery in your leg. It's called the femoral artery, if you ever want to look it up. And they insert, like, a catheter in there. They put, like a mesh thing to stretch the artery out, and that helps with, like, blood circulation. Then we got bypass surgery, and that's where they, like, actually reattach the arteries around your heart, the major arteries. Sorry, he's biting me, so he goes back down. And they just bypass, like, the arteries, so, like, your heart pumps with different arteries, basically. I don't know too much about that, but that's, like, the definition of it. I've never seen that. That's called, like, open heart surgery. And yeah. And that's about all I've got for, like, the basics. Yeah, so, like, managing weight loss is definitely not easy. I know, especially since, like, I know food makes you feel good, and, like, after a long day, you just want to eat food. It makes you feel better. I know a big weakness of mine is chocolate. I love chocolate, I love sweets. But my mom said sometimes hard things are worth it, and she's, like, classified bodybuilder, goes to the gym, like, every day. So so for basics for, like, weight loss, I would, like, I would calculate, like, how many calories your body needs, and then you, like, what it needs to, like, just, like, if you're not, like, at a deficit, so, like, what you think your standard would be, and then you would minus, like, from that number, like, if you want to do, like, 500. So, like, for me, I usually eat about 2,000 if I'm not on a diet, but lately I've been trying to do max 1,500, So that means like my body is burning more than what I'm taking in, because that's all what it's about, a balance of that. And so eventually the more your body burns and you're not eating as much, you'll start to lose weight. And you do not want to lose weight dramatically. Max 2 pounds a week. This is, if you do more than that, your metabolism is not going to be good. And it's just not good long term. Like, that's why, like, I would only recommend Ozempic for, like, people who are, like, really, really, really obese. Like, my 600-pound life. Like, that big. Because that, just, like, if you lose weight so dramatically, like, so fast, there's so many problems with that. Like, I call it, like, Ozempic face. You can kind of tell when someone's on Ozempic. They have, like, they're all wrinkly. And you lose muscle, too. Like, it's not just fat. Like, your body thinks it's starving, so that's not a good way to lose weight. So please do not do that. Max 2 pounds a week. I would set 1 day a week where you measure yourself in the morning, butt naked, after you use the bathroom, 1 and 2, and that will be like your average weight. And also your weight fluctuates throughout the day. It can fluctuate up to 5 pounds a day. So yes, max 2 pounds a week. That's better long term. Also, if you lose weight too fast, it can cause pancreatitis, which is inflammation of your pancreas. And I heard that's extremely painful, so not good idea. Don't do it. Yeah. So diet is always the most important. And combined with exercise is really good. But you really want to eat less food. You want to stick protein, high protein. And not eating out every day is not good. But you can still eat out. Like, I've been trying to do once a week. But there's always, like, healthier options at, like, fast food. Usually, most of the time. So, like, always just look up, like, the nutritional facts. I know there's this one, like, really popular, like, app I keep seeing. It's called MenuFit. Not sponsored, no. But it's called MenuFit, and then I don't know how much it costs, but it'll show you, like, how many, like, the different restaurants, and then, like, the healthier options. But please, dude, just don't. Your body does not need all this sugar, all the greasy, fatty food. Like, just take it from me. I probably still have fatty liver, even though it doesn't hurt. Heart disease is the #1 cause of death in America because we're very unhealthy. And we love food. So, just take my advice. I mean, I know I'm on my own health journey and I'm not in my ideal weight. But, yeah, so food, high protein, lower calories. And a good trick my mom showed me is, like, if you put a 0 at the end of the protein, and if that number with the 0 is higher than the calories, that is considered a high protein food. So, yeah, I would recommend Instagram for sure. That's where I find, like, all my dinner ideas. There's just so many recipes. I don't really like cooking, but they have even healthy, easy, lazy girl dinners. Yeah, so that exercise at least 30 minutes a day. And you don't have to, like, do it all at once. You can do, like, 10 minutes 3 times a day. There's just any activity will help your body, like, because if you're not exercising, I know that can lead to, like, sorry. Sorry, my cat is crazy. He's crazy. That can lead to like osteoarthritis, like inflammation in your joints, weaker bones, and then like just not, like you cannot walk as good, like your balance won't be as coordinated. I've seen stuff like that. So like it's really important to just exercise 30 minutes a day. Just go on a walk, like go to a park. Like you don't have to run. I don't like running. Do little dumbbell weights. They have them at Walmart. So yeah, I know that was a lot of information. So yeah, so I try to explain all the different conditions you asked for and try to give you motivation, because I know it's not easy, but man, you're 18, like you have a lot to live for, and just because you have like a heart condition does not slow you down. Like you're still like capable of anyone else. Yeah, so I believe in you. I hope this video helps you. Sorry, I don't really know how to edit, and my camera kind of sucks. I'm recording on my tablet because my phone camera kind of broke. So yeah, well, if you have any questions, ever want to like, if you ever need someone to walk with, like just text me. You have my number. Yeah, I believe in you, and turn around. You don't need that McDonald's or the chicken nuggies will not help. No chicken nuggies. Okay. Bye.